Hey Jennifer, hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope you're feeling okay and having a nice day. Pleasant music. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have it's just called jazz. So it's a jazz playlist. We'll see what happens. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. I haven't done my daily bridge sketch, so I'm gonna sketch right here. We'll do a bridge. This Sharpie does not want to work, so we're going to go back to this Sharpie. Hey Chip, good to see you. Hope all is well. Oh no, bad throat came back, but doing better. Chip, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're feeling better though. That's good to hear. There's so much junk going around these days. It's crazy. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad that you're watching. You guys are awesome. So I'm doing my daily bridge sketch. This is the Bridge of Lines in St. Augustine that I was turned onto from our friend Rue. And I've been sketching it, and we're gonna do a real quick sketch tonight. It's kind of late. This is my third sketch of it. It's a really interesting bridge. It's a complicated bridge to sketch. There's a lot going on here with it. But my goal is just to kind of capture the flavor of it. I guess bridges have flavor. Not that I would eat one. This is a really quick, loose sketch. Kind of listening to music, letting the music taking over. I'm using a Sharpie. I'm just going to outline some things in Sharpie, and I'll come back with my Lamy pen and we'll just bleed some ink on it. Keep it kind of simple. The really tricky part is here's a sketch I did of it a couple days ago. The sketch actually came up, this was about a 28-minute sketch. About, say, a half-hour sketch. I like the way it came out. So I'm not trying to duplicate this sketch, but I'm just trying to just kind of recreate it here. This is a very, very fast attempt at it tonight. So I have this up there so I can see it. But the structure is really tricky on this bridge. It's got curves, it's got cylinders, it has Mediterranean tiled roofs on it. I don't know if there's octagonal buildings, 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many sides they have, but it's crazy stuff. But it's fun, and I love a challenge, so. It has these cool arches, which are key. Right down here, it has these cool arches happening. It's kind of a key component of it. I think next time I sketch this, I'm gonna sit down and do a real serious kind of loose sketch, but serious. I'll take my time. I like doing these quick sketches just to get kind of muscle memory, just to capture the form, the idea of what's happening. I'm not trying to capture all the details. A bunch of these arches. We have another one here. These curved brackets kind of coming to the other side of the bridge. I'm gonna have to read about it and about the history of this. It's a very cool design. Another arch here happening. Gonna have a pier back here. And then we have these straight walls that kind of come back here. Youchers, a lot going on there. I hope you guys are having a great day. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. My break is going real fast here. Unfortunately, I mean, I love school, but I kind of wish the break would slow down a little bit. I feel like I'm just starting to catch my breath. Just starting with just catching up on things. It's all good though, no complaints. I always say if I was a superhero, my superpower would be to control time. I feel like time for me, it sounds weird, but time is like I feel like it's my biggest villain or enemy. It just escapes and goes so quick. But I can't control time, so that's why you gotta kind of be in the moment and just make the best that you can in each moment that you're in. I'm getting deep. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little deep there tonight. I'm just thinking about time a little bit. And just wishing I had a little bit more this week to chill out. But again, it's all good. So this bridge has these kind of two, almost like a turret type of structure or tower you'd see happening. So there's one over here as well. There's another tower over here. I'm just going to kind of ghost this in. I'm going to ghost this in a little bit over here, and the bridge actually does. In the background, it does kind of come down here a little bit. But I don't want to draw a lot of detail or attention to that area. There's some kind of pier, it looks like, happening out here. Or I can't tell what that is, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like some, I don't know if it's a pier or some kind of, maybe a wall, like a guard wall here. I think the boats come in between these two towers. It's a drawbridge. We've got our bracket. Kind of this going on. We have our railing up here. Got some block work happening in there in the building. Got some windows. Notice for the windows, I'm just kind of drawing these rectangles. I actually come over with Lamy ink. We'll bleed those. Just want to indicate there's some kind of windows happening there. These are stanchions over here. I think they're lights on these. These posts coming up. And I'm going to pull a lot of this out with the Lamy ink and just darken it up. I just want to kind of block it out. So that's just a real quick outline of it. Hey, Patty's in the house. Patty, hope all's going well. Good to see you. Patty is in the house. Patty has been a creative dynamo with all of your posts and all kinds of cool stuff. Hope you're doing well. I'm guessing you're maybe on break from work. Just guessing, just on all the cool artwork I've been seeing you post. Alright, cool. Let's break out some Lamy. So I just have some black Lamy ink, and we're gonna just throw it on, and we'll just bleed some of it. So how long have I been on? I should have set a timer. 14 minutes. So we'll try to keep this maybe around 20 minutes or so. We'll see. See how crazy I get. I'm going to throw some Lamy ink here. I just want these arches to be darker. So I'll bleed that ink there. I'm going to create the idea of some shadows. So I'm going to just throw some Lamy ink on the left side here. And I'll show you why, because I'm just going to bleed and take my brush. And we're just going to bleed some of that ink. Ooh, this is that brush is too big. Let's grab this one. This one's better. So you can see where I threw the Lamy ink. I'm just kind of adding some water and just letting it bleed. So you guys can see that okay. And then we'll do under the arch. You'll see how it kind of darkens it. Things start to pop a little bit more, which is cool. You know, even on these buildings, I'm going to add some, for the windows, I'm going to add some Lamy ink. We'll just bleed some of this for the window areas. And also under here, there's kind of a dark, create some kind of shadow here because the structure overhangs a little bit. Actually, it looks like it overhangs by a few feet. So I want to create some kind of shadows under here. And we'll just let the Lamy ink do that for us. I might come back in with some hatching later after it dries. And these windows, we'll just kind of do this. we'll add some maybe shading to the left side of this. Maybe this one's kind of in the background a little bit, so kind of bleed the ink more on that one. I'm not really crazy about the way this one looks, the proportions. That's okay. Cool. Just a little bit more ink on top of this. Cool. And I think just to create the idea of water, I'm just going to throw down some lammy, and then we'll bleed this as well here. Pull those down a little bit more. All right, cool. Let's bleed this here. I'm gonna make this fairly wet down here. And I'm going to pull this down to create the idea of maybe reflections in the water. Cool. Patty loves the groovy music. Yeah, we got the jazz playlist on. Glad you're liking it. Merry Christmas. You're not on break. Oh, you had Monday off. But you're working the rest of the week. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, I'm glad you had Monday off. That's fantastic. Very, very cool. There's actually these little arches under here on the bottom. Whoa, I almost dipped my Sharpie in the water. That would have been a first. It was actually pretty funny. I mean, I know we've all dipped our like paintbrushes in coffee or tea, right? I know I've done that intentionally and unintentionally. Actually, I haven't done a coffee sketch in a while. I need to do maybe tomorrow I'll do a coffee sketch. I have some of Chip's coffee here. Chip, I need to grind up that coffee. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'm just dipping in the ink that's on here and just painting with it. Cool. I want to be even a little bit more loose with this, so I'm going to throw down more black ink because I want to bleed it mucho moro, if that's a true thing. Oh, I think the jazz list is over. We'll go to my standard playlist here. I have to add more jazz songs to that playlist. Glad you guys like it. It's probably a nice kind of music to listen to in the evening, right? That kind of light jazz stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to I lost my thought. I was going to do something. That's alright. I want to sketch. There's actually, you can see some of the bridge structure on the other side kind of happening back in here. Same thing here, you can see the bridge on the opposite side, bridge structure in the background. This is really just kind of all dark under here. So I'm just gonna, I was gonna actually just take, I have ink here. It's called cast iron. I was just gonna actually literally dip my brush in this and maybe paint with it. I'm gonna hold off for now. I think I just wanna, I don't think I want to use it. I think it's gonna be too strong. Actually, you know what? Let me try it out. Yeah, this stuff is like super black. I'm watering it down a lot. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. Here's kind of what I'm doing. I have a scrap piece. I'm just watering this ink down. Because it could be really powerful. Like there, boom. Yeah, it is powerful stuff. I'm going to blot some of that back. Actually works. These structures are way back in shadow, so I'm going to make them darker. It's kind of dark under there. That's cool. So guys, we're almost done with this year. Isn't that incredible? Where did the time go? It's crazy. I think I like that. I think it's at a point where I don't want to add bleed any more ink. I think it's at a point where I want it to dry. And then I can come back in and add some more detail with my Sharpie, or sometimes I like to add detail with my Pilot Precise pen after it dries. Just let it dry for a minute. Chip says you have another package. Really? Oh, Chip, that's awesome. Another package for me. Smile face. That's not necessary, Chip. Kai says imaginary bridge. No, this is the Bridge of Lions in St. Augustine, Florida. The Bridge of Lions. Alright, here's the tricky part. I'm going to sketch on here, but I don't want to get my palm anything that's wet, so we'll figure this out. There are light fixtures kind of on the sides here. Which I'm going to end up bleeding these, so I don't have to be too precise with detail. There's some steel structure happening kind of along here. the railings. I'm going to put a little bit closer together. I really want these curved brackets to pop out, so I'm just taking my Pilot Precise pen and just kind of really emphasizing those kind of curves happening. And then we have steel structure here, kind of the ribbing going on to reinforce this metal. So we're going to bring these vertical lines down. Cool. All right. Just waiting for it to dry because I want to add a little bit more line work to it. Just want to kind of pull out some of these shapes that got lost with the inking. And it's always fun to come back with my Pilot pen or Sharpie and just to bleed those a little bit. I mean, to pull those out. I'm not bleeding these. One of the things I do when I'm sketching is to keep the loose style look I like. I will go back over the same lines. I'll go over and over them, but not trace them. Exactly. I'm not trying to stay in the lines. It just helps to create that loose, sketchy style that I like. And I'll go back and I'll try to rework some things, and I'm not afraid to show the mistakes I made and how I went back over on top to correct it. To me, it just kind of adds to the whole vibe and the style. Like here, I'm just correcting this roof line a little bit. Wasn't crazy about it, but it's looking better now. Same thing here, I can just kind of fix this a little bit. Let's do some hatching for shadows. I'm just going to do some vertical lines. I'm just hatching some shadows here. This one's kind of in the background, so I want it to be darker. This one's kind of in the background. Scale is way off. This should be much bigger, but I'm just showing that it's there. And I won't tell anybody if you don't tell anybody. And then I'm going to add some hatching here too. I could bleed this to make the shadows. I like doing the hatching because for me the hatching, I like to see the line work, and it helps to create that loose, sketchy style by seeing the line work of the hatching. If I was to bleed ink, I would lose this line work, which I know I'm like repeating myself, but I think that line work really adds to the vision or how I'm seeing the sketch. I see the world. It's really weird. I see the world in lines and shapes. I am always, if I don't have a sketchbook or pen with me, I'm in my brain sketching what I'm seeing. Mostly architecture. I'm always sketching in my brain. Sometimes people will see me. I'll take my hand and I'll even just gesture with it and in the air, and like I'm sketching it. And I have had people look at me and I'm like, it's okay, I don't care. It's almost like I'm conducting, but I'm kind of sketching. And by moving my hand and sketching what I'm looking at, it's putting it in my brain. It might sound a little weird, and maybe I'm a little obsessed about sketching, but it's just something I do. And you know, someone just recently noticed me doing that. I'm just sketching in my brain, sketching in my brain. It's my therapy. It's how I capture the world in a different way. I process it in a different way. And maybe that's because of my architectural training, in creative nature, right? I just learned to see the world and capture it in different ways. So it's really fun. There's some shadows here. So I'm just embellishing this wherever I feel it needs a little more. I want to pull this edge out. I kind of like that ghosted there, even though the bridge does continue on the left. This is actually a traffic light here. So I'm assuming the drawbridge opens here somewhere, because there's a light there. Or a traffic signal. I think we're going to do some hatching under here as well. Same thing here. Just quick and loose. I'm sketching. Here's a close-up of what I'm doing. I'm not sketching like this. I'm not sketching like that and making it solid. I'm kind of doing this. I'm leaving spacing between. That spacing keeps that sketchy look. If I was going to do it solid, I probably would go back to doing an ink wash to do that. But I'm really doing quick lines like this. Sometimes I'll hatch diagonally as well. I almost call it like Charlie Brown hatching, because it's almost like the zigzags on Charlie Brown's shirt. Right, you can kind of scribble like that to get hatching as well. That's my Charlie Brown hatching there. So there's many different ways to create hatching, to get shadows, and to keep that sketchy look. And it's just the way I like to do it. Everybody has different techniques, and that's what makes the world wonderful. We're all different. Because the world does not need another me in it. That is for sure. One is enough. There we go. I just want to hatch some of these in here a little bit darker. It's basically scribbling. I'm just kind of scribbling in here. Scribbling. There is nothing wrong with scribbling. There are little lamp posts back in here. I'm just going to dot it in, I think. Some kind of lamp posts happening way in the distance. There's like another one up here somewhere. Cool. I just want to pull this edge out here. I think this one's done, guys. I think this one's done for now. Let's see. Let me know if you have any more questions or comments before I wrap up. I appreciate all you guys watching. Hope you're having a great night. I'm hoping that well, I want to wish everybody a happy new year and best of health and happiness and all that good stuff. I'm looking, I just look at the new year as a reset. Yeah, this really doesn't do that. My angle's a little off there. I'm looking at the new year as a reset. I guess we all kind of do. I'm not really one for making resolutions. It's more of really just a reset for me. And some goal settings. I'm not very good at making goals and keeping to them. but it's a chance for, you know, just breathing, starting fresh, cleaning some things up, organizing. I actually do want to add some here lines across here, just to create the more texture on this here. I actually like this sketch. It came out. I wasn't crazy about it at first, but these sketches always have a way of coming together in the end, which is fun. Let's look at the two sketches next to each other and we'll see. Let me put the cap on this ink. Hey, Deborah's in the house. Deborah, good to see you. Sorry I'm late. Deborah, you are not late. You guys could never be late because I don't announce when I'm coming on. So you are definitely not late. I always say I'm going to schedule these things and I never do. I just pop on. I kind of go with my gut. It's very spontaneous. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know, I should have a schedule and stick to a routine. I don't have one because sometimes I'm so exhausted at night from school. I just want to kind of crash for the night. So that's why I don't really set up a schedule. I mean, I could do weekends, but I like kind of popping on spontaneously. And the videos are always there as well, that people can go back and watch. Cool. All right, so this was tonight. So let's look at the one I did the other day. This one, I'm proud to say, and you probably saw it in Rue's crew, but Rue actually, this one's going to Rue. He asked if he could buy this sketch. So I'm deeply honored that he wanted to buy it. So that was really cool. I'm glad I made a connection with him. So these are the two. This one's definitely darker. I got more bold with the shadows in here. I'm actually looking to see if I like one better. I'd have to step away, step back a little bit and see which one I like better. I think the top one, the proportions are better compared to the actual bridge. These are pretty dang close though. If you look at the sketches, they're not exact, but they're close. I'm gonna get a drink of water and take a look at these. Let's see. Oh yeah, you know what I wanted to sketch on here? Now that I'm looking at it. These are Spanish tiles up here. I wanted to get the curve. Basically, I'm just kind of making the letter M. Just repeating M's here to get the Spanish tile look. M, like M&M's. Not the rapper, like the letter M. M. Or not the candy either, M&M's. Cool. So I was just sketching this. I'll zoom up close. I was sketching these just to indicate Spanish clay tile roof. So here's how I do that. It's basically just the letter kind of M. It's weird. I just noticed I work from right to left when I make them instead of left to right. This is just a quick kind of way. If I wanted to do let me sketch something here. I love this piece of music so much. Let's just make here's a roof. That's just a real quick, loose way to create a Spanish tile roof. I mean, if I wanted to be more precise, right, I could slow down, try to make them all similar in size. This is very therapeutic, by the way. they would be staggered, so I would start here, kind of stagger them. I recommend trying this at home. This is fun. This is very therapeutic for me. I don't care if they're not exactly the same. So that's a cleaner way to do it, or you can just do the quick M method. That's what I did here. They're so small here. I mean, they're so small on this. It just gives the idea. There's texture happening. Cool. Jennifer says cool. Oh, I almost drew on that one. Put that one there. Cool, guys. There's just horizontal lines here. Boom. Pull that out a little bit. And I think the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use a Sharpie. Oh, this one's not working. Just kind of hint at some water happening here. I like to use my use broken lines or kind of dash dot lines for this, just to indicate water. Skippy lines, sometimes I call them skippy lines because they're not continuous, we're kind of skipping. And it's just a fun way to kind of show water happening on there. Jennifer says, splash of blue in the water. Ooh, Jennifer, we could definitely add a splash of blue. I like the idea. So here's what my brain's thinking. If I add blue here, my brain's saying, okay, if I put blue, then am I going to want to add something for the sky? Then am I going to add color on the bridge? Right, so I'd have to trying to edit myself from thinking, okay, just blue down here would be good. I don't know if it would work that well on this one here. If I just had a blue strip at the bottom, I feel like your eye would be too focused on here, on the bottom. It's a really good point though. It's kind of the same thing I was doing when I was thinking about this one, the original one here. You know, where do I stop? Do I add color? Sometimes I like to do a background wash. You guys have seen me do background washes to pop the building out. So this was a really hard piece for me to leave just without any color. Just letting the black and the white and the kind of grays do the speaking. So I think what I might do, Jennifer, is based on your suggestion is I'm going to be sketching this bridge again, definitely, probably again tomorrow, and maybe we'll do one that has color to it. So that would be fun to try this in color, but maybe we'll just do the sky and the water and leave this gray. So thank you for the idea. I love when you guys come up with ideas and suggestions. I appreciate it. Not full coverage, just a hint. Yeah, oh, I got you. Just a hint somewhere. I'm going to process that here in the Creative Factory. Patty says, I like how you hold the pen differently when you sketch the water. Yeah, you noticed that. Patty is very observant. Yeah, let me show you. Let me get a piece of scrap paper here. Yeah, good observation. A piece of scrap paper here. Let's use this. I'll just flip it to the blank side. All right. So Patty, good observation. All right, so let me just sketch a little something something here. What are we gonna sketch here? Quick. Let's see. I'm just sketching maybe a building. We have some piers here coming down into the water. All right. I'm just setting this up because I'm going to sketch the water. I'll show you guys. All right, maybe we have a building. It's on some piers. We have water at the bottom. So this is how I usually hold the pen when I'm sketching, right? And when I do the water, Patty, now I have to think about what I do. I think I'll hold it like this, right? So I'm thinking about too much, but yeah, I do hold the pen differently. I kind of hold it like this. I'm exaggerating so you can kind of see me skipping here. You know, if I hold it the normal way I would try to do water, it's tough because of the angle of my wrist. So I kind of flip over. This way also it allows me to drag the pen. I can lift it, put it down again, lift it, put it down, lift. So I get that broken line look. It's easy just for me to kind of lift it up. So good observation. If I was doing it this way, like I normally sketch, I can't. I mean, I can do it, but the lines they're wavy, which is okay. But I prefer doing it this way when I'm doing my water. So, good call. Yeah, so just by holding your pen in different ways, guys, you can create different effects and techniques. I'm just gonna play around. Since I started to sketch, let's turn this into maybe a little lighthouse tower or something. Of course, we got our bracing here on the pier. We got some planks. It makes it look wonky. We'll wonkify it a little bit. We'll add another pier here. Actually, maybe we'll do something coming up like that. This might be fun. Let's throw down some. What do we want to throw down on here? Here, we'll throw some blue down. So let's see, Jennifer, I can practice throwing blue on here and see what it looks like. This is hot press paper, so it's really slick. This is cold press. So I'm just throwing down some Pilot Precise blue ink. And let's kind of bleed it and see what it looks like. This stuff, I mean, this hot press, when you add the water, this ink goes flying. It's flying. And just for fun, since we're using our Pilot pens, let's break out a red one. Let's just give this building, let's throw some color on this building. Again, this is just fun, guys. Yeah, there's some blue there. It may turn purplish. It's actually blending with the black. Let's make some red and purple here on these piers. So we'll just put on some red ink. And I'll take the blue. We'll mix them together and we'll get some purple happening. I hope. We'll see. Whoa. And to create reflections, I like to pull these pure colors kind of down. It's not really mixing like I thought it would. There we go. It kind of worked. So I'm just kind of pulling these down a little bit. Maybe across a little bit. Cool. Yeah, you hold it sideways, you get that skipping pattern. Yes, exactly. The water seems to sit on the surface more than with... Yeah, so with hot press, the water is definitely hanging out on the surface. I've only done 2 sketches on hot press, not including this quick little thingy here. The jury is out on it. I'm not used to it, so I'm not really liking it for what I do. But you know, I'll give it a chance. I'll keep working with it. I only have like 47 more sheets of it to use, so I'll play around with it. I'm sure I'll find a use for it. But my heart is, I love the texture of paper, like on here. I mean, I just love the way the texture shows through. For me, the texture is another creative tool that we have that we can use for our benefit. I don't really have that with the slick hot press. I like the feel and the texture. That's alright. I bought it, I wanted to play around with it, never used it. And maybe I'll like it. I mean, it's really awesome for colored pencil stuff. I think I showed you guys maybe last time, but hot press and colored pencil, it just glides on here, which is really smooth. So I do like it for colored pencil stuff. And I get them popping down some, my favorite color here, light aqua. This turned out to be a fun little sketch, guys. Oh, let's see, should we break out the neon yellow? I love neon yellow. Maybe we'll put some in the lighthouse thing. Here you guys can see. Oh, I got stuff falling off the table. Maybe we'll throw some under here. So colored pencils mix really well. On the hot press paper. I'm going to bleed some of this. Let's take this. Show some siding on here. I'm going to do some of that hatching we talked about earlier. Kind of scribble hatching under the roof overhang. Just want to pull it out, give it some shadow, some depth there. So we got the scribbling going on. Boom. Here we got scribbling under there. I want to show this as vertical, as metal siding. So I'm going to do some vertical lines there. This we'll just do horizontal. This is cool. Fun little quick sketch. Looks like the Little Red Schoolhouse on the pier. Maybe this is the Little Red Schoolhouse on the pier. Wasn't that a TV show? Deborah, what was this bridge called? Oh, this is the Bridge of Lions. Bridge of Lions. There are, I think, these lion statues at either end of the bridge. Bridge of Lions. That was right, I can try here. In St. Augustine. Bridge of Lions. St. Augustine. And I ain't lying about that. You get it? That's a good joke. I miss school, no, and my dad jokes. I've been pretty much dad joke free this vacation. This holiday, whatever you want to call it, break. It's a break. For me, a vacation is when I'm like go somewhere. This is kind of a break. Alright, cool. I think this little sketch is done. I like it. It's a fun little sketch. Mixed media, we have some Pilot ink on there. We have black Pilot ink. We have red and blue. And we have colored pencil on there also. These could almost be rocks. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, these almost look like maybe there's some kind of a rock outcropping happening here. I'm going to move this one before I ruin it. There we go. Maybe some kind of rock outcropping here. I just saw those marks on there, so I'm just trying to incorporate them somehow. Oh, it's too wet. When it dries, I'm going to come back and I can sketch just some rocky outlines happening. Yeah, it's too wet. I have to do that when it dries. But there could be some kind of rocky outcropping here in the foreground, which is kind of cool. It gives a little bit of depth to this. Hey Jennifer, have a great night. Have a PET scan in AM. Have a fabulous evening. Hey Jennifer, hang in there. Best wishes of positivity and health to you. Hang in there. Guys, if you can, just send some positive vibes out to Jennifer. That would be awesome. Thumbs up or some hearts or something in the chat would be really appreciated. So thank Jennifer, hang in there. We appreciate you so much, and thank you for watching. And I have to head to bed soon too. I am tired. All right, there we go. Here's our quick little fun. Started off as just like a water demo. Down here, and we just create a fun. This almost looks like a word. It looks like letter A, doesn't it? We could almost like write a word in there if we wanted. Anyway, it's cool. Very, very loose. Very, very sketchy. Thank you, Patty, for spreading some good words out there. Awesome. I appreciate you guys. So I think it's a wrap on this one for tonight. Thank you for watching and tuning in. I knew it was random as always. YMCA. Yeah, we could do that. We can make the YMCA. That would be actually pretty funny. We can make this an M. Somehow we could definitely put YMCA. Patty is always has her creative brain going. Love it so much. So fun. Hey, you guys are awesome. I was trying to think. I feel like I got some new art supplies I was going to break out and show you some coming up What the heck did I get? Oh, I got some different color inks. These are Michael's gift card. I got some inks. I got a new brush here. Oh no, I bought a little table easel, but I returned it. Not the best quality. But anyway, I had to return that. Hey, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. Have an amazing Wednesday. New Year's Eve is on Saturday, right? Am I right? I was gonna do a sketch-a-thon this break. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Where I just sketch for hours and hours and hours, and it was gonna be a fundraiser. I had a couple ideas for the fundraiser. One would be for Habitat for Humanity, and sadly there was a recent fire in town. A family, fortunately no one got hurt, but they lost everything. So that was literally last week. So I was thinking about maybe doing some kind of fundraiser for them. But we'll see what happens. Guys, thank you so much. Take care. Have an amazing night. I appreciate you all. Deborah, it's great seeing you. Patty, thank you for being in the house. Jennifer, thank you as well. Chip, feel better, guys. Chip, hope your throat feels better. Thank you for tuning in. Did I miss anybody? I'm not sure if I missed anybody. I feel like that was it. If I missed you guys or you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Take care. Have an awesome, awesome night. I'll see you again soon. Peace and live creatively. Take care. Oh, wow, I look really pale on screen. It's the lighting. Oh, no, I think I have a filter on. I just realized it. Have a great night. Thank you so much. I love sharing. It's my pleasure. I am looking for the finish button. I have a bunch of windows open here. Patty knows my routine. I can never find the finish button. Got it. Take care, guys. Have a great night. Peace. Live creatively. Pay it forward with creativity.